So what is this? What are you doing?
Ulysses had submitted a question. We had our supporters.
She's gonna ask me a really hard question.
She had some. I don't think it was very hard. Do you remember the question that you had submitted?
Well, the basic question is, since we are now Kansas folks, and these are all my friends from Kansas Families United for
How you doing?
Public Education.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. And these are board members, Barb, Dave.
I gotta leave in half an hour.
Okay. And John.
Yeah, we
met. Yes,
yeah.
he's from Lewisburg, right near all the fried chicken restaurants. So
That's
a
right.
little bit further south.
That's down Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's a little way farther south. That's right. Yeah.
Remember when we go to debate tournaments in Pittsburgh? I'm sorry.
I remember. Larry Brown always went to Chicken Annie.
Yeah.
Chicken Annie.
Yeah, that's right.
Chicken Betty, Chicken Annie's. Yeah.
At
Those
any
were
rate,
good times.
We're awaiting your next book, Tom.
Okay.
Because these people are lobbyists for education in Kansas. Right
Yeah.
now we're very concerned about our Supreme Court and the science standards, and both of those
By the way, what
two
happened
issues.
with how is it resolved?
It hasn't been yet.
It's a foregone conclusion. They've got a 6-4 majority. They will install creationism in the schools.
They're going to say, yeah.
The finance bill, we hope, will be taken care of by the state Supreme Court.
Yeah.
But we don't know exactly how yet. And we need ways to be dealing with that no matter how they rule. You know, to keep
Well, Missy,
things up.
I'll get right on it, but I don't have it. I don't have an easy answer.
It's your teacher talking.
Oh, okay. No, I've got this one. This was what's her name's slogan. No, remember that? Remember when she stole all the yard signs?
That was us. You should put that.
Stole your yard signs? Oh my God, that was the weirdest little incident.
It was what cost her the election.
And isn't she back in now?
She's back in.
So,
you know what's really weird is I grew up in Shawnee. For the first 5 years of my life, we lived there, okay? And this was a neighborhood my mom would, always have. She worked at the Bendix plant over in KC Mo. Well, you know where Phil Klein's campaign headquarters were? Yeah. You know where West Antioch Elementary School is? About a block from that. And my mom would always say, these people were like the people that she knew there were hardcore, blue-collar, pissed off, hated their boss, Democrats. That's who they were in that neighborhood then. Now it is like ground zero of the right wing of the backlash, and that's the transition. That's the transition. And Mary Pilcher Cook, I mean, wow.
She's amazing.
Actually, she's farther west, but that's Phil Klein country there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I think Phil Klein district when he was elected the first time.
Yeah.
Well, we feel that public education is going to be one of the key issues in this next election, not only on a local level, but on a national level. Because issues about public education, whether it's funding or the science curriculum standards, are going to be critical to state and local.
Let me just think about it this way. There's only one newspaper in Kansas that has been favorable towards my book. It's the Lawrence paper. And they did a story a while ago about small towns out in western Kansas, mainly the depopulated zone, that are losing their public school, losing their high school. And they said, basically, when a town loses its high school, it's done. Everybody knows the town is not ever coming back, or it's elementary school or whatever. I think it's elementary school. But anyhow, this is the end of the road. Nonetheless, there are a lot of state legislators from these small towns that are like, so anti-education. They, deaf to education. And yet, and the reporter from the Lawrence paper would say, but when you vote against that, you're voting for the destruction of your town. They don't have an answer to that. They're like, well, God's way is more important. That's one thing. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Second of all, it is absolutely essential to not. This is why they love evolution, is because it puts our team in a corner where we have to fall back on scientists. I mean, and look, scientists can be, they have their professional, I'm married into a family of doctors and PhDs, and they have their professional standards where we are right and you don't know, right? Not my family, but this is a general problem with professionals. And that's why they wanted that debate on evolution, because they could bring out the scientists from KU and all over the country to say, you don't know what you're talking about, we do, therefore you can have no say in it. It's a terrible debate. Well, you play the opposite game, which is Education is how you get out of poverty. Everyone knows it. It is the only way. It is the only way, as long as you don't have, when you've cut off everything else, you've got rid of redistribution, you've cracked down on bankruptcy, you've done all these horrible things, you've got rid of labor unions, what else? What do you got left? Education. If you destroy that, you consign people for generations to poverty. And it is easily documented. Everyone knows it. You destroy your town. There's got to be a way to make this case.